All right, everything I do is under the Fair Use Act comments. There's no profit in this. So now you're talking about what is marble. Well, marble is a actual biological remnant, and it's. I'm going to explain to you exactly why I say this. Now, they're claiming that marble is a metamorphic rock. It forms when limestone, and I'm saying limestone, the porphyritic basalt limestones are creature limestones, not the calcified shells and so forth in the marine sediment limestones. Different thing, but it's the same exact chemistry, CaCO3. CaCO3 is limestone of the sedimentary type marine and the creature type porphyritic. And the porphyritic has all kinds of what they call crystals in them and fibers and all that from the life. And I will explain this thoroughly. And marble is completely biological and is the remnant of biological decomposition and what they call sublimation, where all of the volatile organic stuff, which is the gooey things in life, literally vaporize off into fossil fuels and so forth, and the remnant is the minerals and metals. So let's look at the structure and the chemistry of what's going on here. Now, so they claim it's a metamorphic rock and it's limestone and it's subject to heat and pressure and metamorphism, and it is composed primarily of the mineral calcite, CaCO3, which is exactly what minerals in a body are. They're CaCO3. And that is your tendinous materials and your connective tissues, bones and so forth, calcium. Now, usually contains other minerals, which is clay. Clay is skin and flesh. And micas and quartz and pyrites and all of those things are minerals that have been invaded by other molecules and formed into these quartz is SiO2, SiO4. It's a silicon which your skin has 50 times as much silicon. It gets invaded by oxygen, silicon dioxide, and that creates sand. It erodes from the skin. And that's what the sedimentary rock is. And underneath the skin is the mudstone. And that is the rocks we see that look like muddy, dirty rocks. And then they continue to deteriorate under the pressures and the time and so forth and sublimation until they become just literally mineral rocks of, they look like quartz and things like that we see. Now, let's go on with this. So that we've got calcite, and calcium is marble. And it usually contains these other items of life. And graphite is nothing more than carbon, which is the cellular bags of the bilayer lipid cellular enclosures of every cell in every creature, plants included, plants and humans, and all animals. Their cells are composed of graphite, really. It's carbon bags. Now, they say under certain conditions of metamorphism, the calcite in the limestone recrystallizes to form a rock that is a mass interlocking cells. Well, that's not correct. It's life that created this. Life is now crystallizing. Now, a related rock, dolomite marble, is when dolostone is subject to heat and pressure. Well, that's a different mud fossil. That's a more muddy type. Now, how does marble form? Most marble forms as convergent plate boundaries and large area masses. No, the earth is composed of literally giants. I'm telling you, that's a fact. And it was written in history, and it's pretty true. It's just obvious, and the chemistry proves it all. And the anatomy it's not deniable. If it's looked at with a critical eye, and try to deny this. I'd love to have somebody try to deny it because it's not deniable. Now, they're saying that the marble also forms in more metamorphism. They got all kinds of things. But listen to this. Before metamorphism, the calcite in the limestone is often in the form of lithified fossils. They know that they're close, but they're just no cigar. But they say it's come from fossil material and biological debris. Exactly. But it's in the form of a huge creature, not little bits and pieces. I mean, there's a lot of little bits and pieces, but there's a lot of big bits and pieces too. So they say during metamorphosis, the calcite recrystallizes and the texture of the rock changes and all this business. Well, I have all the evidence that proves that the rock doesn't change, although it decomposes of its organic material. And look at over here, look at this. This is right here, ruby and marble. Marble is often the host rock for corundum, spinel, and other gem minerals. That's right, because the gem minerals are metals and the upper end minerals that are found in the body, in the bodily fluids. Garnet is a bodily fluid. Rubies are from bodily fluids. Pyrites are from bodily fluids. And what happens is they have metal seeds in them that don't sublimate like all the rest of the organic stuff. So they end up staying within the deteriorated carcass, which ends up voiding out some of these organic materials, and the holes in them they call vugs, and those vugs fill with crystals similar to this. And that is what geodes are. Geodes are boiled out, primarily bone balls, but they also, any kind of an organ will have metal seeds left in it after it boils out the organic contents, if it's in a geothermal area, and you will end up with crystals that form just exactly like rock crystals in candy. And that's the nature of rock. Marble is a natural rock. Granite is not even natural. That's not a natural rock. That's a byproduct of metal processing in ancient days. That's crushed up, homogeneous, granular chunks of all the different minerals mixed together in a homogeneous mass, and then recrystallized and formed into a solid, but tons of little voids in it because it's granular, big chunks left over after they leached out the metals. And there is no metals in them. There's no metals in granite. They took out all the good stuff and left over the building materials that they used to form all kinds of things in the ancient days. That's the nature of rock. They don't understand it. Geology is wrong, totally, completely wrong, because they don't understand that things weren't just all globbed together from Big Bang events. It has nothing to do with that kind of stuff.